So, I decided to make a aromantic meme reacting video today. Please excuse the hair. I generally don't brush in the morning, so if I just wake up that way, I just yeah. Anyhow, Alex says hi as usual. I am wearing my Sleepy Panda shirt because that's generally what I sleep in and stay in when I'm too lazy to get dressed in something. So, yeah, I'm gonna make a meme reacting video today. I am part of the Aro spectrum. I am part of the aromantic spectrum. I identify as Aro flux. Don't worry, the definition is included in the video, just in case you're wondering what it is. I did think this through. um, anyhow, so let's just get started with the video. Do you ever get friend lust? Like, you just see someone and you're like, man, I have such a friend crush on you. I want to be your friend so bad. I want to be more than a friend. I want to be your best friend. You hear me? You're so cool. I admire you a lot and you're so funny. Please be my BFFL. The L is new, but okay. I will treat you right. Please let me be your Drake friend. No other friend will treat you like I would. Okay, so, not gonna lie, the BFFL? Is it like best friend for life? Then okay. If I'm wrong, please don't hesitate to correct me in the comments. Um, and Drake friend. Not really sure what type of friend that is, but alright. But anyhow, I can definitely say that I have had this feeling quite a bit when it comes to some people. Yes, I've had friend lust before, many times. Actually, yeah, the neighbor I have, its name is Marsha Moon, and if you're wondering why I'm saying it, um, the person said it it's is its pronouns. So yeah, I called it they them before because well, I wasn't sure what pronouns it wanted to use. So anyhow, now that I know its pronouns, I can use them very well. Anyhow, so my neighbor, uh, its name is Marsha Moon. It's a singer, and it has an amazing voice, and it is just such a cool person. Like, I cannot even fucking explain the friend lust I had for this person. I even told it at some point, like, I had a huge squish on you. And I explained what a squish means. Like, it's kind of like having a huge friend crush on someone desperately wanting to be their friend. Um, and like, I guess it was kind of flattered, but like, and now it and me do actually hang out sometimes, and I really fucking love that because it is just such a cool person. I can't like I can't even fucking explain how cool it is. Uh, but it is a singer, as I explained like 2 minutes ago. My concept of how long I talk about something is really messed up. Anyhow, so if you want to go listen to its music, I will gladly leave its link down below in the description in case you want to go listen to its music. So yeah, its channel link will be down there just in case. it does write original music, so not all of the things it sings are covers. Now, to continue. Someone. So, do you have a crush on anyone? Me. The forces of evil don't have time for romance. What kind of question is that? Honestly, that would be my reply if I was a genuine villain. That would be my definitely be my reply. It's like I do have time for romance, obviously. I'm just not a very outgoing person, so generally it doesn't just come that easy to me. So yeah, um, I do relate to this though. Forces of evil don't have time. I have much better things to do with my time than wait for romance. Come on. Oh, I love this one. This is pretty much me on Valentine's Day. Being surrounded by hearts and then just psh, psh, fucking bugs. This kind of seems like the type of thing Sheldon would have done. This seems like a. Isn't there kind of like a meme with Sheldon where he kind of does this thing though? It's like Valentine's Day or romance, and he's like, shh. I swear there's a meme around there somewhere like that. I'm sure I've seen one. I think I'm falling for you. Get up. um, it's like this would probably be more of an autistic thing for me than an aromantic thing, to be honest. Because obviously, depending on the tone people use, I might take this literally. um, obviously, if it's in a text message, I think I'll be able to tell that they're referencing romantically. But if someone were to say it in person, they didn't use the right tone, I might just take this literally. There are quite a few things in my life that I do take literally when people don't use the right tone of voice. I recently explained that to my mom, and actually, to be honest, I thanked my mom that when we were spending time at I must tell you guys in a short video that I posted recently that I went to Hrutaskir and yeah, and to my therapist. But like, oh, I think it was actually the morning that we were heading to Hrutaskir. I actually told my mom, or kind of like explained to her, like, Mom, I just want to say thank you for being such an expressive person because it actually makes your tone of voice very easy to read. So, yeah. My mom was kind of like, oh, thank you. But I was just like, no, like, legit. You actually make that part of life easy for me because with you being so expressive, it makes you a easier person to read. So, yeah. Um, so, yeah. I mean, it does really help when people are very expressive. Oh gosh, this is just gonna keep anyhow, ugh, screw it. But yeah, it generally does help when people are very expressive because that does make them easier to read. If they're very expressive and they use the right tones with things generally, it just makes things easier. No disrespect to people that aren't that expressive or that don't use the right tone, but yeah, sorry if you are like that, you will probably confuse me a lot. I really love doing this to the person I'm comfortable with while holding their arm. Want this, but as friends. Like, in a romantic relationship, definitely, yes, but I also agree with this. I would love to be able to hold my friends like that. Like, hold them by the arm and stuff like that without it needing to be romantic. Because, I mean, it is very comforting. It is very comforting, I'm not gonna lie. Whether you have romantic feelings for that person or not, I would love to walk around with my friends like that. I do actually have a friend who might, I think. They're also autistic. Uh, he he and I do converse a lot online, but it's kind of like every time there's an appointment at Groteski that I need to go, they also have the same appointment date, basically because we just happened to pick to have the same appointment date. So that is just fucking lovely, and I love that because I get to see them on that day for like a few hours, more or less. I think it's like 1 or 2 hours. Honestly, the time concept I have there is a little confusing because on one hand, it's fun being there with them because like he's a fun person to be around. Um, so obviously time flies a little, but on the other hand, I know that we don't actually wait there for that much of a short time. It usually the waiting is a little bit of a while, but it's worth it to get the tea in your hands. Um, but yeah, I think they might be comfortable with this type of thing. I'm not sure. I might actually ask them. But like he seems like the type of person that would kind of have like this friendship with me. I don't know. I'll ask him. Oh, and I know I probably did this. I probably did this one already in the Ace video, but I just have to include it in the Arrow video because obviously this is as much an Ace meme. No, this is as much an Arrow meme as it is an Ace meme. So I'm sorry if some of you have issues with me repeating this. I doubt it. Hopefully. But come on. Romance and love and sex are part of human nature. Asexuals and aromantics look at each other. Gods. Gods. Mighty and powerful gods. I mean, how could you not include that in both the Ace and Arrow video? Like, it clearly fits with both, because the quote speaks for itself. Because if that has to be part of the human nature, then me and my peeps are freaking gods. If it has to be a godlike thing not to feel sexual or romantic attraction, then obviously we're not human then, are we? Either we're gods or we're aliens. You have to make up your mind there. The aromantic that aromantic feel when you start worrying that someone is flirting with you or secretly wants to date you. Paranoia. That's a good one. But honestly though, I would probably be a little oblivious to the fact that someone is flirting with me because yeah, that's the type of person I am. I would be oblivious to that type of thing. I don't think anyone would be oblivious to the fact that I'm flirting with them. I'm very flirtatious even with my friends. Well, with some of them. Like, with other people, it might be a little uncomfortable or weird, but I do tend to be a little flirtatious with some of my friends. And, I mean, they seem to think it's kind of funny, which I don't mind. It's meant to be funny. But, yeah, if someone were to be flirting with me, I guess I would have a little paranoia. But if I notice they're flirting with me, basically. But generally, I tend to be a little oblivious to that fact. So if anyone ever in high school actually flirted with me. And if you happen to come across this video today and I never noticed, I highly doubt there was anyone that actually did flirt with me in high school, apart from the people I dated. But um, if I didn't notice, then I am very sorry because I was oblivious to that. I am so sorry if you come across this video one day. I'm just saying, I am very sorry because I'm oblivious. I've noticed that about me, so I apologize. I highly doubt anyone did flirt with me in high school, though. Like, yeah. Not all love is romantic. Yes, I agree with that, because I have major love for my friends and family. The friends I see as family, the family that is like like related family. Um my mom, my dad, my sister, my my grandpa, me. like I have love for my family and friends, like major love. I don't always show it because I tend to be a bit of a stupid person when it comes to emotions at times. But uh yeah, I have major love for them. So obviously not all love is romantic. No. Yeah, it's not all love is romantic. Platonic love is also a thing. Familial love is also a thing. So obviously it's not all romantic. Did you know aromantic people? Oh no. Sorry. My reading is being silly. Did you know aromantic people? How the hell do I keep missing the word asexual? I know this is an aromantic meme video, but come on, buddy. Come on. Did you know aromantic asexual people? There we go. Got it this time. Will be the only ones to survive the apocalypse because they won't be distracted by love triangles. Okay, on one hand, I do agree here because, I mean, I am aro and ace, so obviously, depending on the people, I think that would depend on whether we have a bond or not. But generally, I guess I do agree. But on the other hand, I'm very open to polyamorous relationships. So, I don't know, it depends. If they mean like survive without affection and stuff, me, I can survive without affection. I do want to have affection in my life. It is a lovely thing. It's just, I think I can survive without it if there were to be an apocalypse, I guess. I mean, I do have anime, and I have like stuffies, and I have music. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, random witch. I'll give you what you want in exchange for your firstborn child. Oh, we've kind of had like this Rumpelstiltskin vibe in fairy tales before. Me, an arrow ace who dislikes children. Deal. Not that I'm ever having kids, but I would not make a deal like this. I mean, a witch basically telling they'll give you everything in exchange for a child that you wouldn't want. It seems like a pretty good deal to me. But obviously, I'm joking here, though. Like, don't attack me. Obviously, I've made it very clear to many people that I'm not gonna have kids, and it is gonna stay that way. So, as much as that deal is tempting, I don't even want to birth kids or like be as rude as to make a kid happy by adopting them and then just trading them off to a witch. I don't know. It seems a bit rude, but like maybe in a fantasy world where people don't look down that much on this type of thing, maybe I would have done this possibly. My kink is when people actually care about my feelings and what I want to say. And what I have to say, sorry. Unrealistic. Settle for bondage like the rest of us. Bondage is a really good kink though. Bondage is one of my kinks. If you guys want to, I could maybe make a video at some point about the type of kinks I'm into. It would be hella weird. And I would be screaming inside just revealing this, but I've I've talked to a friend very casually about the type of kinks I have. Cammy, if you're watching this, okay, no one knows the person's full name. That's the nickname they have. If you're watching this, I'm sure you remember this conversation we had about kinks, about the type of kinks we're into. I will possibly reveal it to the world if my subscribers want me to talk about it. Because I mean, it's kinks aren't something you're supposed to be ashamed about, right? Like, yes, a lot of people prefer that you don't bring your kinks out in public, but I didn't say anything about bringing it out in public. I would just be talking about it, about the type of kinks that I'd be into. So just let me know that if you guys do want me to talk about it, I will. I will happily oblige because there are other people out there with the same kinks, kind of the same with being queer and being diagnosed with any type of thing. There are other people out there, so you don't have to feel alone in that area. Um, so yeah, it's not weird talking about kinks. Sometimes it's a little embarrassing because I mean that's generally something that would be turning people on. Although generally, I don't get turned on by anything. No, not generally. I don't get turned on by anything. So kinks aren't something that turn me on. It's just something I enjoy. So yeah. I mean, there are very kinky ace people out there. I know there are. I I have been online for like since high school, grade 8, I think maybe. So I think that's when I officially started having a touchscreen phone. I think it was a tablet though. Yeah. Anyhow, like, so I know there are similar people out there. I know there are. I know there are. Destroy the expectation that everyone feels romantic feelings and that it's normal because I can't tell you how much stress that causes me. Hmm. Destroy the idea that everyone wants to and has to fall in love. Destroy the idea that romantic relationships are worth more than platonic relationships. Yes. Fuck the phrase just friends. Friendship is not less than romantic relationships. I do agree on that. They are different types of relationship, different types of relationships. I agree. But I would not ever say that friendship is less, like platonic relationships are less than romantic relationships. No. Mm-mm. They have just as equal value. Because whether you have a romantic partner or whether you have friends, both of them can be very important in your life. So I do agree with this statement. I do agree with what this person is saying here. Platonic relationships are not less. And yeah, the destroy the idea that everyone wants to and has to fall in love. This is why I really, really want people to teach sexualities and stuff in schools, even here in South Africa, because I fucking know they haven't implemented that in schools yet. I would love it if they implemented education about queer identities, sorry, and sexualities in schools, because then if people are aromantic and asexual, no, obviously I want the other people to feel included too. It's just when you get to sex ed, when you go through that uncomfortable, I'm specifically speaking here about the people that had the similar types of experience that I had with biology class, cringing while you need to learn about the sexual activities and how it works, and where you need to look at people's genitals and study the parts and shit like that. Anyhow, so for like the people like me who were sitting there in class cringing through the whole time that you needed to go through that study, it's just people who are aromantic, who don't feel romantic feelings necessarily, obviously a spectrum, and people who don't feel sexual attraction, also a spectrum. So they don't feel alone, and so they don't feel broken for the fact that they don't have sexual or romantic feelings. Because I really, really needed that in high school. For a time, I thought I was broken because I wasn't aware of the fact that there's a term asexual. Obviously, soon after, I heard the term from my cousin. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for bringing me across the term, because otherwise I would have felt broken for much longer. But like, I really, I just really need queer education in high schools, man. Like, high schools, primary schools, if they want to delay it till high school, fine. But just fucking do it properly and include it in fucking biology. Please, I am begging you. Not only will all the other queer identities and sexualities feel very much appreciated about the fact that they're being included and being taught about so that people are aware that they exist, but ace and aromantic people will not feel broken because they don't feel like a lot of the other people do around them. I mean, come on. It will make a high school experience a lot better for quite a few people. We need that. Okay? We need that. Romance and sexual attraction are part of human nature. I needed to include this because it has Loki. Like, I love I love Loki. Asexuals and aromantics. I'm a god-eat-dog creature. I mean, come on. Anyone who says they don't like Loki is out of their mind. I mean, okay, yeah, people have their preferences, but Loki is probably one of the most likable villains that I can think of. I love him so much. But on the other hand, he isn't really that much of a villain to me because, the familial thing, like, he felt he needed to prove himself to his father. If anything, that's sad. Feeling you need to prove yourself because you're adopted. It's a really sad thing. And no one should have to feel like that. But point in case, I love Loki. Let that just be a clarification. So, me on a date. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm actually aromantic and I just came here to steal breadsticks. Them. Really? Me too. Me. Shoving breadsticks into my bag. Come on. I can fit more if you help me. I would do this. I haven't had breadsticks before, but if, like, maybe if garlic bread. I love garlic bread. So, honestly, the fact that the garlic bread has become a big thing in the ace community is just so fucking accurate to me because I love garlic bread so much. I love it. I love garlic bread. Mm, yes. But like I think I would do this on a date. Maybe steal it. Maybe like steal some sugar packets and like some bread rolls, buns, or whatever. Like, yeah, if it was that type of restaurant where you could actually get those on the table. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not all dates have to be romantic, right? You can steal some food every now and then. I did actually have a habit of taking sugar packets a lot when I was younger. Generally at Spur because I liked the fact that they had quotes and stuff. So, but also the fact that I had kind of like an obsession with eating sugar packets for some reason when I was younger. That was a high school thing. The only reason I'd be collecting sugar packets now would be if we went to Spur, and I actually haven't done that in quite some time though. Checked. I don't know if they still have those quotes. Guess I'll have to see. I want to throw out that I'm not flirting, nor playing hard to get. I'm just naturally funny and impressive while Aero Ace. I mean, I don't know if I'm funny, but my friends have told me I can be funny, I guess. So, but I think I mentioned this a little earlier in the video that I do seem a little flirtatious to some of my friends, but obviously it's kind of like a jokey thing. So if I'm flirting with a stranger, I just hope they don't take it the wrong way because that's just that's kind of the way I am when I'm comfortable around some people. So yeah, believe me, I used to be very, very shy when I was younger. I'm a little bit more. Okay, let's just say I used to be at a point where I didn't want to talk to people that much. I'd rather be eating a book. Not eating a book. Reading a book. I'd rather be reading a book, you know? So I'd rather be reading a book or just not interact with someone. I do interact with people a lot more than when I did when I was younger. People literally saw me as a very shy person because I hardly spoke to people. Like, I did speak, it's just like I wasn't the type to actually be able to hold a conversation. Sometimes I still struggle to hold a conversation with some people. I guess it just depends on how well we connect in conversation or something. But yeah, when you're Aero Ace and someone asks you if you think their crush is cute or hot, that's a human person. This does happen sometimes. uh, yeah. That's all I can really say about this. That does happen sometimes. So this hasn't actually, like, the fact that I would just be thinking that is a human person. That happens a lot. The fact that someone asks me if I think their crush is cute or hot, if you're crushing on them, like, okay, but why would you be asking me if your crush is cute or hot in the first place? Like, do you want me to be attracted to them? Yeah. Here's what I was talking about. Aeroflux. shifting between various arospectrum experiences over time, or shifting between aromantic and alloromantic. So yeah, that's basically the aro term that I identify with best, because like quite a few of the aro labels just kind of fit. So I thought Aeroflux would fit the best because I tend to shift on the spectrum of Aero. So I wouldn't just say completely that I'm entirely aromantic. I'd say I'm Aeroflux because yeah, I shift on that spectrum quite a bit. Love is in the air. Wear a gas mask. Me on Valentine's Day. Me on Valentine's Day. I work at a bookstore, and this was an actual conversation I had at work last night. A 5-year-old boy brings me a romance book. What's this? Me. A story about two people falling in love. Boy. Is there a dragon in it? Me. No. B. Then why do you even have it on the shelf? Yeah. Mm. 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 Yes. Yes. I do understand why a lot of people love dragons, so I hear you. A lot of books would be better with dragons in them. Yes. I mean, dragons are so cool. They breathe fire and stuff. Like and sometimes they can be so cute. I mean, have any of you ever watched Mrs. Kobayashi? I think I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it wrong, please don't hurt me. um, Mrs. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I haven't finished the anime yet, but it is so adorable. I love the dragon characters in there, and I love the fact that they can be humanoid, but they can also revert back to their normal. I love those characters. So yeah. Person, do you ever think about us being more than friends? Me. Yes. I totally can see us as dragons. Here, let me find the designs I drew. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't actually drawn a dragon before. If I have, it was a very shitty drawing I did very, very long ago. But recently, I haven't done a dragon drawing before. Like a good one. I should maybe try that at some stage. Maybe I can make a dragon OC. I do have a gargoyle OC, so yeah. Anyhow, so I don't think that's what the person meant, but hey. Okay, so 4 of them left. Aros are simultaneously the best and worst couples therapists. I somehow find this to be very true because it's the weirdest thing. But, like, there are some people that for some reason they feel the need to ask me romantic or relationship advice. Yes, I've been in a few relationships before. But only like only like 3 of them were really intense and actually had a lot of affection and stuff and actually had very deep feelings. Only 3 of them were ever like that. Like the 3 ones I had in the start of my life don't mean much, so uh just to be fair, like the 3 ones I'm talking about, like before Wise, are generally like the ones I had before high school and one I had in high school. Anyhow, yeah, so like yeah, for some reason, despite the fact that I've only had few intense romantic affectionate relationships. For some reason, people think I'm the best person to ask advice to. There aren't a lot of people. It's just like there are few friends that for some reason think I'm the best person to give relationship advice. I don't know why. I try and do the best I can, and according to them, I happen to give good advice. But honestly, it is a it is a it racks my brain trying to help them. Now, peeps, you know who you are. If you're watching the video, please don't feel insulted at me talking like this. I'm not trying to make you feel like shit or anything. It's just like I don't really understand why you're asking me. There are better people to ask. Me, I want a significant other person, but you're aromantic. Me, by significant other, I mean a person I care about deeply and who I can trust with my life and watch movies with and live in a nice apartment one day with cute cat decorations on the shelves and get hugs from if I need them and go shopping with a significant other doesn't need to be inherently romantic. Yeah, basically kind of like maybe like a QPR, a queer platonic relationship. Uh, if you need me to explain that in another video or so, I will happily do so. Although I haven't had much experience with it to be able to explain it, but basically the best way I can describe it is it's a relationship between friendship and relationship. It's like a friendship, sometimes involved with romantic like affections and stuff, but it's not no necessarily romantic feelings, you know? That's kind of the way I describe it. I have been in a QPR before once. But yeah, I actually really relate to this. My significant other doesn't need to have romantic feelings towards me, nor me towards them. But I just want a person that I can share moments in life with. And yeah, I guess I haven't found them yet. I don't know. Oh, you're Aero. So you're gonna die alone. Bold of you to assume that I am not taking anyone down with me. Bold of you to assume I can die. I love this concept. There are some people that when I found this, there were people commenting on it like yeah, aromantic people are immortal. I actually love that concept. Like people coming up with these theories and concepts. I love that. But yeah, very bold of them to assume. Very fucking bold to assume that they're I have plenty of people I can take down with me. And to be honest, sometimes I'm not so sure I can die that easily either. Obviously, I'm kidding, but why not joke around with it a little? Love is in the air. Me. Again, me on Valentine's Day. And that was the last one, peeps. So, yeah. I'm gonna make another video now. I'm not sure if I'm posting both of them on the same day, so you'll just have to see. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, peeps. Alex says goodbye. Bye, peeps.